Hello everyone, welcome to Makeup Monday. I'm FCA and today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial I'm going to call Shimmering Spring because I'm ready for spring. I'm over bold colors, I'm really over gray, I'm over black, I want color, I want spring, and I want warmth. I can't give warmth, but I can give color. If you haven't been to my channel before, Makeup Monday is where we do makeup enthusiast related things, like makeup tutorials and reviews and things like that. So today I'm going to go ahead and start by putting a hair Velcro, a nice bright pink one, into my hair to pull my bangs out of my face. We're going to be going for this very springtimey look. I already did half of my face, as you can see. And this is a very pastel with a big thing of green, and we're going with some pink up here, pastel pink, and a little bit of pastel purple in the bottom, bright pink blush, and some shimmering petal highlight. Pestle. That's not a word. All right. So first we're going to start off with some lovely, I have my mirror over here, so this just makes it easier for you to see what I'm doing and for me to see what I'm doing. And we're going to go in with Milani eyeshadow primer all over the lid. I already put on a moisturizer and a face primer, and the face primer I'm using is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. Not my favorite, I must admit. It helps makeup last longer, but it really doesn't do any pore refining or any of those things that I would prefer my primer do. Moving on with life, after you get your primer on, we're going to go in with Coastal Scents is our big thing today. So I'm going to be using up at the top, and if you want to know what the top is, wherever the little clickable is, the opposite side is where I consider the top. And we're going for the second color, 3 in. So second row, third column, second row. I know how to count. And I'm just going in with a plain small shader brush, and I'm just going to be bouncing this, doing this before the foundation because there is a bit of fallout that happens with this particular color. I find that I just need to pounce it a little bit, click it off, and move it all over our eye. Bright, immediately bright color. A more subtle color that we're going to be using is the 5th column, second color down, this really bright pastel pink. This is more of a satin than a shimmer, even though this is from the 88 Shimmer palette, this particular color. And I'm using a very, very fluffy, not dense little brush here. And this is going into the crease. Don't worry too much about the color being too intense because using a big fluffy brush disperses the color out so brightly. And we're just going to go in. I'm not trying to do any fancy work. This is a really simple look, not trying to do anything crazy or intense. Then with a big flat shader brush, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Brulee color or creme brulee color. This is a dupe for Max Brulee, so if you have that, that'll be perfectly fine. But this is just a nude peach. Go with whatever your skin tone is. So if you have a more olive skin tone, maybe go for more of a tawny color, because I'm really just looking to mute the top part of my lid, go around this to take out any of the color here too much at the top. I'm really not looking for any intensity. I'm looking for light, looking for pastel, and that's very nice. Then after I do that, because I did bring that around, I'm going to take whatever's left on my green brush and just pop that green into my inner corner, just because it's bright, it's shimmery enough, and that is something I really, really like myself. Then with a very thin brush, this is just a thin little Michaels brush, I am using the Kat Von D Tattoos Chronicle 2 palette. As you can see, I use this thing a lot. And I'm going for this shimmering lilac color called Solitude. Just gonna give that a little swirly swirl. little tap off, and this is going right underneath our lash line. Not doing anything too crazy. I'm not winging this, and we're not using any top liner today. Just a nice, simple pastel look. If you have brown eyes, this kind of a look is going to go bam for your eyes. It looks nice with my blue eyes as well, though. Not the worst thing ever. Then I'm gonna now go in with my brows. I'm using my Coastal Scents palette, and I'm just going to use a dark brown with a pretty thick angled brush and just brush that right into my brows. I'm not a person who does a lot of fancy stuff with my brows. I'm just looking for some fill and define. Nothing too fancy. My brows kind of stay in place. I don't use gels or anything like that, but I do go through with a spoolie to dispense that color a little bit better and immediately face framed. For our eyeliner, I'm going to be using Supply. This is the Urban Decay color, and this is just a light shimmering brown because I don't want anything too intense, but I do want to give a little definition and depth to the eyes that the pastels have taken away. You don't want to look too flat. And then, curling my lashes, Shimmering eyelash curler. Here we go. And I'm using my Colossal Volume Express Cat Eyes. Very nice and defining. It gives a little bit of volume despite being called Volume Express, but it does stay in place for the whole day. This is the waterproof version because I always do waterproof. Just my style. I also might be going to the movies today to see a possibly sad movie, A Wrinkle in Time, so I don't know how that's gonna go. There's that. And now for our face. Going to take a little brush, clean up the under eye there. But this is the Fenty Beauty, and I am in the color 210. I believe that's what this is. And I'm using a little dip brush, which I'm going to clean immediately after this tutorial because it's a hard brush to keep clean. But just gonna go in and just get that on there. I really like the way this brush dispenses color. And done, we're gonna go in with blush. I have my Coastal Scents 10-piece blush palette. I'm not sponsored by anything, I just like the product. And we're going in with this really bright pink that has a hint of shimmer, but isn't too bad. But you do want to make sure you tap this off, go lightly, because otherwise this can get a little crazy intense. Then I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Petals, Precious Petals. It's a shimmering rose gold highlight, which I absolutely love. Going to go in with the tip of my blush brush so you can really get that on there. Down the center of my nose, upper Cupid's bow, because there's a lower one, on the chin. And then I like to put a little right above my eyebrow, just because I feel like that's an area where light hits and it really will make a pretty reflection, kind of an ethereal look going on. Ethereal look going on. Ethereal. That's not even a word. And to finish off this wonderful little look here, I'm going in with the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink Unnude in Poet. It's just a very muted orange peach. It does have a little bit of orange to it. It's not a flat peach. Just because I don't want to take away from the green and the pinks up here. And that is our spring, simple spring look. And I will see you for the next Makeup Monday and for FCA Fridays. And if you want wedding related stuff, check out Wedding Wednesdays. I'll link below.